Hailey's position in this ongoing story is layered with both strength and vulnerability. On one hand, she is a young woman who has built an empire around her Rhode skincare brand, turning it into one of the most recognizable and successful beauty companies of her generation. The $1 billion acquisition by ELF Beauty in May 2025 is proof that her vision and business instincts are not just admirable, but game-changing. By holding on to her role as Chief Creative Officer, she demonstrates that even amid personal challenges, she remains deeply involved in shaping the brand. That level of commitment, combined with her image as a new mother balancing it all, gives fans and the public a clear picture of a woman who refuses to be broken by circumstances. Her calm and composed handling of marriage tension only reinforces her reputation as someone who can face chaos but still stand tall. For Justin, this chapter is about translating pain into art in ways that make people listen differently. His project, Swag Frankly, became a cultural moment not just because of the music, but because of the raw honesty it carried. Critics and fans alike have praised the album's unfiltered emotional core, with many pointing out how much more connected it feels compared to his past work. For an artist who has often faced accusations of being too polished or too commercial, this openness has changed the conversation. The fact that he managed to produce and perform while navigating the storms of family and marriage issues shows a kind of dedication that impresses even skeptics. Instead of hiding, he leaned into the music, and that choice has the potential to cement his image as both a vulnerable human being and a determined professional who doesn't let personal crisis stop his creativity. On social media, this saga has turned into a whirlwind of reactions that show just how divided and passionate people are about their relationship. Some voices are clearly behind Hailey, praising her composure and determination. One tweet captures this sentiment perfectly. She's been riding out this storm with absolute grace. It's not just admiration for her business moves, but for the way she has stood publicly as a wife and a mother without breaking down. Others focus on Justin's music, weaving theories around his lyrics and performances. A fan might post, "What if Daisy's is his apology?" or comment on their Idaho vacation photo by saying, "That feels like a reset moment." The blending of music, personal life, and public appearances keeps fans guessing, almost like they're piecing together a puzzle. Then there are the voices who interpret the situation more critically, suggesting that an ultimatum was overdue. In these corners of the internet, you'll see comments like, "If he can clean up publicly, maybe they'll come back stronger." It paints the picture of fans rooting for redemption, wanting to believe in the possibility of growth rather than collapse. The comment sections on both sides feel like mini battlefields of interpretation, ranging from hope to frustration. One person writes, "I hope Justin really steps up. This could make or break them." Another praises Hailey's strength, saying, "Seeing Hailey hold it together while juggling brand growth and being a new mom? Respect." Even skeptics admit the drama has added a certain honesty to Justin's artistry, with remarks like, "Their marriage drama always feels overblown, but maybe the music brings honesty finally." Looking ahead, there are a few possible futures for this couple, each with its own implications for their careers and personal image. In the best-case scenario, their bond grows stronger. Justin stays grounded, learns how to balance his artistic intensity with family life, and Hailey maintains her strength and clarity. The Idaho getaway and the precious moments with their son already hint at that possibility. Their fans want to see this version of the story: healing, renewal, and the kind of love that survives even the toughest storms. But there is also the possibility of ongoing friction. Justin's creative style demands immersion. When he records, he tends to drown in the emotional depths of his work. If this continues to eclipse his role at home, the marriage might remain in a constant push and pull cycle. The world might see more public reconciliations followed by private struggles, keeping their story alive in the headlines, but at the cost of long-term stability. Some observers already point out that even the gestures of apology can feel temporary, if not backed by consistent effort. A third path lies in turning the narrative to their advantage. If they choose to, Hailey and Justin could rebrand themselves as resilient partners, leaning into the scrutiny with joint public appearances, interviews, or even collaborative projects. They could transform the image of struggling couple into united front, using the attention not as a weakness, but as a platform to show strength. This strategy would not only support their marriage publicly, but also serve both their careers, weaving their family story into the fabric of their professional legacies. And so the story lands at a powerful point of reflection. Hailey, pleading but poised; Justin, distant but finding his way back through music. It's a story about how love, work, and identity collide in the most public way possible. Millions are watching. But beneath the fame, it's a story many people understand deeply. What happens when the person you love disappears into their work, and you're left wondering if love is enough to bring them back? Maybe this time, it will be enough. Because when music comes from the rawest place inside, sometimes it carries not only truth, but healing. And healing might be the very thing they both need most right now. In the second phase of their journey, the spotlight sharpens, even more on the ripple effects of how Hailey and Justin navigate the overlapping worlds of fame, business, and family. Hailey's trajectory continues to shine because of the billion-dollar road deal, but it's not just the money or the numbers that matter. It's the narrative of empowerment that comes with it. She has been framed as someone who can survive the chaos of public marriage speculation and still lead a brand that competes with global giants. For many women, she has become an example of balancing personal struggles without letting them define her professional achievements. Her story sends a message that resilience in the face of intimate turmoil can actually fuel credibility in the business space. Every time she appears at a road event or shares insights about her son while keeping the brand voice polished, she is actively rewriting the image of what it means to be both a wife and a powerhouse entrepreneur in the spotlight. Justin, meanwhile, is threading a delicate balance between artistic growth and family responsibility. His music right now is more than entertainment. It's confession, therapy, and a form of accountability. Critics talk about how the emotional rawness of his lyrics mirrors the strain in his relationship, and fans say they can feel the sincerity dripping from every line. This connection with the audience is giving his career a fresh layer of authenticity that had sometimes been missing in his more commercial projects. The challenge, however, is whether this vulnerability can coexist with stability at home. If the very process of creating such powerful music keeps pulling him away emotionally, Hailey's patience may eventually wear thin. For Justin, the test is not only about producing music that resonates, but also about learning how to live up to the expectations of being a present husband and father. His reputation as an artist may rise, but fans will watch closely to see if the man behind the music can keep his promises at home. The drama around Justin and Hailey has become a storyline fans follow as if it were a live series. On social media, many admire Hailey's resilience, praising her ability to stay composed under pressure. Others pore over Justin's lyrics, searching for hidden meanings that might reveal where his heart lies. Posts like, "That lyric is about her, right?" or comments on their Idaho trip being a turning point show how deeply invested fans are in decoding their every move. Even skeptics join in, some bluntly claiming the ultimatum should have come years ago, while others cautiously hope this crisis could lead to a stronger bond. This wide range of reactions reveals how much people care, not just about the couple as celebrities, but as symbols of struggles that feel universally relatable. For some, it's about protecting Hailey. For others, it's rooting for Justin's redemption. And for many, it's simply fascination with watching two stars balance fame, love, and conflict in real time. Looking forward, the future could unfold in several ways. Healing is the most hopeful path. Justin managing his anxiety, Hailey standing firm, and the two finding renewed strength as partners and parents. Their Idaho reconnection and their son's milestones hint at this possibility. Another outcome could be ongoing tension, where Justin's immersion in creativity keeps clashing with family life, leading to cycles of apologies and reconciliations without lasting peace. Hailey might continue to earn respect for her strength, but at the cost of exhaustion. A third path is strategic, embracing the public narrative and rebranding themselves as resilient partners. By appearing together, speaking openly, or even launching joint projects, they could transform scrutiny into strength. Whatever comes, their story reminds the world that love tested by ambition and silence can still find healing, especially when truth is channeled through music. Subscribe.